Just trying to get cozy. Greetings, YouTube. I am AlucardsQuest. Oh. Didn't mean to do that quite yet. Just kind of adjusting my... Just trying to get comfortable. If I didn't mention it before, AlucardsQuest is... Since my favorite two Castlevanias are Simon's Quest and Symphony of the Night, I wanted to transplant Alucard into an open world-ish Simon's Quest-like game, and that would probably have been my favorite game ever. Kind of like my dream game. We never really got that. I mean, some in the series came close. I guess you could say Order of Ecclesia. It's kind of semi-open world-ish. Not really. Not really. But I do think it's more like Simon's Quest than, say, Symphony of the Night. Curse of Darkness is kind of a 3D version of that idea, but it doesn't really have a town. I mean, it does have a town, actually. Let me correct myself. There is a town, but it's not full of people. There's no people in that town. So my dream Castlevania, not to be confused with Dreamcast-Elvania, Castlevania Resurrection. That's what we used to call it, Dream Castlevania. Would be some sort of amalgamation of Simon's Quest and Symphony of the Night. And does it have to be in 2D anymore? I don't know. These days I kind of have a love-hate relationship with 2D. I think 2D is a bit overdone. I think people think that just having... Hang on. I think some people think that just having like 8-bit or 16-bit graphics and an 8-bit or retro sounding soundtrack is all you need to have a great game. Oh, and super hard difficulty. That's not really what old games were about. That wasn't the criteria. There was no checklist. And that's why we have Simon's Quest here, because they deviated from the checklist to try and make the game more appealing to someone who has more time to play at home or whatnot, rather than an arcade game, which technically wasn't. It was in arcades, but it wasn't. It's hard to explain. The original Castlevania was versus Castlevania in the arcade, but that's kind of a different version. It's a little harder. The color scheme is a little different. I do have that, actually. They have it for download, surprisingly. Anyway. Yeah. So, AlucardsQuest gets hot, so he has a fan. If you hear wind blowing in the mic, I apologize, but it is really hot in my room. In my game man cave, whatever you call it. So that's why the fan is on. I try not to have it blowing right into the mic, but you know, can't have everything. At the moment, no camera. I don't do camera right now. That's just the way it is. Maybe one day. Usually I stream on Twitch. In fact, last night I streamed some Skyrim and ranted about a few things. But I thought we'd jump back in to YouTube. I thought a bunch of people would be playing Metroid, at least on Twitch, but that doesn't seem to be the case, at least not at this time of day. And the ones who are, you know, you jump into their stream, and all of a sudden it wants you to watch 5, 6, 7, 8 commercials in a row. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I guess YouTube has to make their money. Or, Twitch, I mean. So, yeah. I'm extending this intro way too long. So the goal here today is to play Simon's Quest and get the good ending. Which is not to take too long, which is the bad ending, and not to do it too quickly, which you'd think would be supposed to be the good ending, but it's kind of a bad ending as well. So the middle ending, ironically, is the best ending. So let's try to get that middle ending, and it's about time, as they say. You have to, the more days go by, the more likely you're going to get a bad ending. The quote-unquote worst ending. So we're going to try to mitigate that by entering a lot of houses and grinding in the mansions so that time stands still in those places. And we'll see how we do. This is how I did it last time, but unfortunately I didn't grab that stream from Twitch, and so we're doing it again. I hope you're ready. And I hope one day I can be a bit more professional at this. You know, it may not work out but I stream for partially because of catharsis, partially because I'm constantly talking, so I'm getting something out of it. And, you know, it lets me share games with people. And generally, even now, I think Castlevania Simon's Quest 2, Simon's Quest, gets a bad rap. It all stemmed from the AVGN, but I do think there were some nice rebuttals, especially by my friend Eric of Let's Get, who back in the day was called Goemon047. Good friend. Fantastic Coloradan. Is that what they call them? I don't know. Okay, I gotta remember that jump is circle and attack is either square or triangle, which I don't know why they mapped it that way. Can you change that, actually? You can. But for the moment, I'll leave it alone. So it's all about... Actually, time does pass in the towns. I mean, indoors. Any time you're indoors, time won't pass very fast. There. Don't jump into the water. You will die. Equip that for some reason. And we're actually going to head up right up to the mansion. If you're wondering why it's in widescreen, well, me too. You might know it if I explained it in the original Castlevania video. M2 is are funny guys. And they are responsible for this collection. Speaking of collections, Castlevania Advance Collection showed up on the Australian ratings. So that'd be cool. Although it seems, judging from the title, it seems to, oops, it seems to only include the advanced games, the Game Boy Advance games, Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance. Oh, shit. And... Oh. Oh, I did it again. Oh my god. I wonder... Is there a delay? There might be a delay in controls. Let's just try again. For real. There seems to be... Yeah, I know, I'm blaming my bad gameplay on a delay in controls. There does seem to be a noticeable delay. Oh, I forgot to get the crystal. You guys are supposed to tell me these things. Not that you need super quick reflexes for this game, but it couldn't hurt to have them at the ready sometimes. Oh, yeah, so anyway, Game Boy Advance, Castlevania Advance Collection. It would be Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow. Which, Aria of Sorrow is one of my favorite Castlevanias. Funny enough, it's one of the least selling. So it might just have those 3 games on it, which would be kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, they are really good games. As kind of a warning, I feel like I should tell people Circle of the Moon, to me, and I might be in the minority on this, it controls kind of clunky. And the animations are kind of clunky. Oh, I haven't a clip. There we go. Whoops. This widescreen might throw me off here. Okay, so E, I think, is experience. We need to get, I think we need to get to 100 to level up. Hearts, you can only carry 256. I don't know why. I think the highest L is level. You can only level up to 6, I think. But the game is not super long, so that's appropriate. Because after a while, even the strongest enemies just stop giving experience. But I don't know every little nuance about this game. I feel like there's still some stuff I don't quite know. These 2 blocks are a fake floor. Be aware of that. If they ever remake this, I hope they address the fake floor things. Because those aren't fair, really. Just have a fake floor appear right under your feet, and all of a sudden you're down to a spot where you don't want to be. Okay, you need 50 hearts. Hearts are your currency in this game, which is interesting. Because in the last game, in the original Castlevania, they serve as ammunition for your sub-weapons. Here, they do sometimes, but not for all weapons. But they are used for currency, like, for some reason. I'm sure the producer and director had a reason for it. See why he turned around? That's because that's another fake floor. I'm here to help, guys. Rub my eyes a bit. Not my actual eyes. My hands are clean, but I don't directly rub my eyes. You now process Dracula's rib. So that's the name of the game. After you defeated Dracula, his minions scattered his body parts all over. You probably didn't think that was a big deal. Or didn't know, but when Dracula died, he cursed you. So curse is killing you, of course, but also it could lead to Dracula returning, so that'd be bad, and we don't want that. This was before Dracula was made a sympathetic character. You coming to the North Pole? I don't know why that's in my head. I don't like that movie, Polar Express. Why would I even think to say that? Alright, so we're gonna level up. Yeah, we'll just level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 bars of health. Let's see if leveling up raises those bars at all. It may not. But I always got the impression that it did. We'll know for sure here shortly, I think. I don't think so. But I am leveled up. So should we just hang out and farm for hearts? Well, not farm. I don't like the word farm. Especially not in relation to video games. And yes, sadly, that means I don't really care much for Harvest Moon or that new game that copies Harvest Moon almost exactly. Stardust, Herb, I don't know. Starshine? I honestly can't think of it. It's not my type of game. So you guys catch E3. What did you think? I like Nintendo. A lot of people are giving Microsoft praise for their showing, but half of the games they showed, they didn't show. They just gave CG trailers, if not in-game trailers. They didn't show gameplay. And then they put like a lot of third-party things in there that are going to be on other systems anyway, and they put the tagline console launch exclusive, which means they'll have it for about 6 months until it goes to the other systems. And then people will be watching Nintendo Direct, and they'll be like, that's not on the system yet? I don't know. I honestly, I would like Microsoft to be more honest about their presentation. Stop this console launch exclusive nonsense and just tell us what is actually exclusive. And even when it's Xbox exclusive by Microsoft Studios, it's still coming to PC. So how is that exclusive? I don't understand their sort of merging with PC. I mean, I understand that they want their Xbox Game Pass to become like a dominant streaming platform that might even appear on other consoles one day if Xbox can't hack it. They seem a bit confused over at Microsoft. They made all these acquisitions, but nobody had any finished games to show. So, you know, every year their show gets better. But the way I see it, it only gets better by like a 1/100th of a percentile, you know? Okay, we're trying to get to 256 hearts, by the way. Why? I don't know. It's a magic number. If you're not interested in grindy games, you probably won't like this one. You're not forced to grind, but if you want better weapons and items, you better do it. You could conceivably beat the game with the prerequisite items, but I don't know why you'd do that. Well, to challenge yourself, I guess, but I don't know. You're allowed to do that. That's whatever. Not that I have the ability to allow anybody to do anything, but you know, enjoy yourself. Okay. Some people think it's a waste of time to buy the Thorn Whip. And it probably is, but nevertheless, I'm going to buy it. Some people just skip right to the chain whip. But I'm not one of those people. I like to get everything. Or at least as much as I can. Shoop. Shoop! Shoop it. I wonder if those are graphical glitches up there, or if that's just... I don't know if that's deliberate, if the code up there is supposed to be deliberately mismatched. Mismatched? I don't know. So obviously, AVGN broke the doors down for video game videos, really. Not that he was the first one to do a video game video, but he was the first one to review a game. And especially, I mean, in the angry style. And then there were a lot of copycats. But I don't think most of them are around anymore. God, these werewolves take 4 hits to kill with the regular whip at night. I imagine that in the final areas trying to use the regular whip. Okay, we're gonna wait around for daylight. Oh, we should probably go to the church though to heal. But everything's closed at night, even though the doors look open. So let's hang out. I'm kind of I'll be honest, I'm kind of nervous to stream on YouTube because Twitch, nobody really knows me on Twitch. But YouTube, I used to have like some sort of following. So I don't really, I'm kind of nervous. YouTube is a much bigger platform than Twitch, and you know. I can't tell if this is an old woman or a priest. I guess it could be a priest, but to me it looks like an old woman. What you got? Holy water, hell yeah. Holy water uses no hearts, by the way, so you can just splish splash all over the place. Actually, back in the day, when I wanted to be a YouTuber, I wanted to make a video asking whether this game, back in the day, could have been beaten on its own with the advice that townspeople give you. With all that fake advice and stuff. Oops. Stop that. I already bought it. Stop asking me if I want to buy it again. Could this game be beaten with just the horrible townsfolk advice? And I logged away all the townspeople's comments, and I would go through the game trying to solve mysteries using the townspeople's comments. And of course, almost all of them are bogus. So generally, I probably wouldn't have gotten far. I could spoil the whole video and say no. But I did have a few interesting observations to make about some of the things the townspeople said, and some of the clues that the books gave you. I wonder if I can sneak in here and buy something from here. What do they sell here? Frog. With a... No, that's a different guy. I was gonna say Muppet Newsflash. That's a different guy. There's an Anchorman Muppet that does that stuff. Yeah. If you hit this second block, that way you can get through here, but you can also jump back up here. I don't know how useful that is to you guys, but that's my advice for the day. Secret item. See, it says possess there. I don't know why it says possess in the mansions. We'll let one typo go. Oh, the hearts disappear rather quickly. Okay, but we probably do. Let's get. I can't remember how long actual days and nights last in this game. I think it's like 6 minutes or something. And it's funny, there's only like a handful of songs in this soundtrack. Well, a handful and a half. but I like each and every one. And that said, it's by percentile, it's my favorite Castlevania soundtrack because there's no song I would skip. I guess that's not very impressive for a soundtrack with only like 6 songs on it, but it's cool. One thing I was always impressed by is the drums in this game. They just really, well, they kick. They have punch. I don't remember ever playing a game with as much punch in the drums as these have. Even games that came after don't seem to quite have as much oomph. I read somewhere that it's, and I'm not a gaming expert, okay, but I read somewhere that it has to do with a chip allowing for a PCM drum channel or something like that. And other games that came later used it, like, made use of that same channel, but not all of them. In fact, I don't think Castlevania 3 makes use of that for some reason. I guess they didn't want the NES to have a superior version of a game once again versus the Famicom version. Because to me, even though the clues are obtuse and the game has some minor setbacks, this is still a good game. And certainly better than the Japanese version, which has a lot of loading. The music is considerably weaker. So, the Japanese version of 3 is pretty much way better than the English version. Although I say way better, but I guess that's largely my opinion. Some people really like the American version, US NES version. Alright, Chain Whip. And it sparkles. See it sparkle? I think if you pause that, it shows the colors, which is how they do that effect. See, now it's kind of like a silver. I don't know. Let's not waste time on that. Should we grind more at the mansion? I feel like we should. Okay. Enough, Mr. Bat. I got your point. Okay, a little more grinding. Yeah. So right now the Castlevania series, other than the next Netflix show as a game series, it's kind of in limbo. Obviously the Anniversary Collection came out. Requiem came out for the PlayStation 4, which is kind of a collection on its own. Those are both getting physical releases. There's the Game Boy Advance collection. I mean, it's rated by Australian classification. That doesn't mean it'll absolutely happen, but it's highly likely. A lot of people were kind of hoping they'd throw the DS games in there as well, which I think was would be a fantastic idea, because, you know, that would be pretty much all the Metroidvanias, as they say. That would be putting them all under one umbrella, except Symphony, I guess. If you don't want to count the 3D games, which are kind of Metroidvania, but kind of not. They're more their own thing, typically. I apologize if I'm yawning too. Just one of those things. Actually, now that I think of it, AVGN reviewed this twice. He went back and reviewed it to give him a bit more depth, I guess. Because I'll be perfectly honest, I do not like his first Castlevania review. I mean, some people can see the humor in it, but I didn't get AVGN humor until... So what was the second game he did? Wait, Karate Kid was the third. Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. See, I didn't really start laughing at the game, at his videos, until probably Karate Kid. Although I like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde review, the original. Okay, we're done grinding. It's funny though, it's like as soon as I was getting into AVGN, there are all these people, all these YouTubers saying, oh, AVGN's getting stale. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? He had just released like his Bugs Bunny video, which was like, it was so wacky, it was hilarious. A little bit of different style from his others, but I still think it was a good, as the Game Chasers say, a good. And you know, whatever, I don't think anybody hates Bugs Bunny, but like, it was funny to see him beat the crap out of a cartoon character. Especially one that everybody knows. The second review of the Bugs Bunny was, that's when I was like, okay, wait a minute. Not that he was, I mean, he was trying to up the ante, and not that he was going through the motions, but you could see that there were kind of limitations to what they were doing. I get that it's crazy how many games they made in the Crazy Castle Bugs Bunny series, but you know, I don't think you needed a 20-minute video or however long that is to explain that. I think we go straight on, if I'm not mistaken, because we gotta get to the town and get that blue crystal. I mean, there's no reason. Well, we could go to the... No, we can't go to the thing. We can't go to the next mansion because we need that blue crystal. So I guess we're stuck outside for a little bit. At least we leveled up, so it's not a complete loss. Here's the town. And these are the people. Actually, there's no people. For sure, this town has the blue crystal. Beyond that, I don't remember. I think they might have garlic? Garlic and laurels, if I'm remembering this correctly. Nope. I blinked and I got hit. Okay, maybe it was a little bit longer than a blink. I wonder if this guy appears if you just stand here until daylight. I think, if I recall, I think he doesn't. I think you have to scroll the screen to get him to come back. But don't quote me on that. Okay. That wasn't too long. I think we're in good shape. Yeah, he's not here. Okay, there's lady, guy. Oh, there he is. Mr. Gray. Okay. Now we got a blue crystal. So just to clarify, while you're in this house, time is not passing. So you're good to hang out here for as long as you wish. If you want to listen to this jamming tune, go for it. Laurels. Laurels. That's good. I think we can only carry 4 laurels because we need a bag to carry more, if I'm not mistaken. However, I'm going to buy as much garlic as I can. I don't think that's the place. I think it's this one here for garlic. Can buy one more garlic. Well, we can carry 8 garlic, no problem. But I'm out of hearts / money. There's one thing we can do over here. And as I said, I like to get everything. So we're gonna get this item here in the graveyard. Oh. Silver knife to save your neck. I don't know how the knife is gonna save my neck, but I'll take it. Okay. So now we're going towards the mansion. I hope someday they do a remake of this game. I think that would be really cool. They were planning to do it on Game Boy Color, although the graphics might have been relatively the same. It just might have been more zoomed in because the Game Boy has less of a resolution than NES on a TV. That would have been cool though. Unfortunately, it was canceled. See, Game Boy Color came out in 1998, so it would have been right around there. That would have been a cool time. They could have improved like the translations and hints and just made it more accessible to people in general. I feel like they could do that with Zelda 1 and 2 also, but thus far Nintendo hasn't really touched them. Okay. There's some magic. There is actually a clue that tells you how to do that. Even though that seems like a random thing to do. There is a clue that tells you to do that. Of course, you have to figure out that it's that spot. But generally, I forget if you go up or right. Let's try going right first. I don't think that's the right way, but we'll try it. Or maybe it is the right way. Is there something over here? I think the merchant's over here. Luckily I have 50 hearts if I want to buy that oak steak. These are all holes you don't want to jump in. There's a clue. Clues look like this. Destroy the curse with Dracula's heart. Well, what that means basically is the dead river is cursed. So you would use the heart to show to the ferryman to cross the river and end up in a different spot. Otherwise you just end up Well, in the original spot. I don't know how else to put it. But we show the heart to the ferryman, and he's like, okay, we'll take you... I'll take you to a place that might be interesting to you. Kind of glad they brought the oarsman back for Symphony of the Night. That was cool. That was a cool, nice touch. Of course, they brought a lot of things back for that game. But it's a fantastic game. I was watching... Oh, good, I can mention her. I was watching both Twitch streamer and YouTuber, but I was watching her YouTube channel, Gab Smolders. And she's starting to play Fatal Frame again. Because obviously during E3, they announced Maiden of Blackwater for the Switch. That's excellent. But actually, what they're doing is they're handing over the rights to that game to distribute back to Koei Tecmo. So Koei Tecmo is like, okay, cool. We'll put it on the Switch, but we're also going to put it on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox X. And PC. Steam, I believe. Dracula's heart. Yep. It was with this heart that he fell for Lisa. And had a son, Al. Let me show you some NES limitations here. Watch this. Whoa. A lot of slowdown back in the day. Of course, that's the thing. You might think, well, why is that in here? Well, it's in here still because M2 did the emulation, and M2 tries to be as close to the original as possible, including all of the glitches and bugs that were in the original games. Once in a while, they might add, with their emulation projects, they might add some quality of life improvements or things that were in the, like a Japanese version that aren't in the American version, but usually they don't do that. That's more of a digital eclipse sort of tactic. And Digital Eclipse does some great work too. They did the Mega Man, let me get this right, the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 through 6. Then they did the Disney Afternoon Collection. Then they did like the Street Fighter Collection, and I think their most recent project is the Samurai Showdown Collection. Of course, there's a lot of complaints about that game and its online netcode, but as far as game emulation, I think they do fairly great work. They even aspire to be as good as M2, but, you know. We got a long way to go. Give me some hearts. but obviously I'm playing this on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Now that it's becoming physical, which I think your window of time to pre-order is running out for as far as a limited run, do look into that if you want your physical copy. There's no room to complain anymore if you don't get these, if you don't scoop these up. Limited Run has gotten so much better in recent years about their windows to pre-order. I think they give you a month-long pre-order, which is nuts for a small company like them. But it's giving them good business during this virus crisis crap. It's kind of slowing down their distribution and possibly manufacture. But you're gonna get your game. There's something else I should mention. I don't think Limited Run makes a big deal out of, but it's kind of important. If you buy, say, 2 different kinds of games from Limited Run, and they have different release dates, they will not ship the game that releases earlier until the game that releases later is available to ship. Does that make sense? Like, if a game comes out like October 31st and you reserved it, but you reserved another game that comes out, I don't know, December 25th, then you won't get either game until they can ship it out on the 25th, or, you know, or after that, obviously. Me using holidays might not be the best example, but you get my point. So just be aware of that. If you're interested in multiple games, I recommend you buying them in multiple transactions. That way you'll get whatever comes out sooner first. Okay. Grinding is over. And so is playtime. Yes, Darkness Curse, I get it. It's funny, as soon as they wrapped up season 4 of Castlevania, and I do think the first 2 seasons stay true to the story as far as the games go. 3rd and 4th season, not so much. In fact, they might have crippled the lore a bit. But I guess if they want to focus less on Dracula and more on just fighting monsters, I suppose they can work that angle. You know, there's other big baddies to think about, I guess, like the Medusa and the mummies. These aren't talkative folks, but Frankenstein's monster. They did have Death show up, so maybe it's not unfounded that they would have others to focus on. However, those monsters, they don't really have a lot of backstory. Obviously, Netflix could give them one, or the studio could give them one. And we're waiting again. We are... But I think if they want to do more depth, they probably will have villains such as Shaft, for instance, or who else kind of has a talking role? Actrice? Bronner. Certainly, Elizabeth Bartley. Those characters they could kind of delve into for more backstory, because they're kind of interesting. I think the real life Elizabeth Bathory was Dracula's niece. I don't know how accurate that is, but you know, royals in different countries were often related. So even though they'd marry people from other countries, they were often blood relatives, very close blood relatives themselves. Oh, I don't need to go here. Oh well. I didn't waste a lot of time. So those four in particular, maybe some of the people, like some of the people from Order of Ecclesia, if they wanted to go that route. But what? Of course, me saying that, you know, Medusa and the mummies and Frankenstein's monster don't have a lot of depth, and I guess the werewolf by extension don't have a lot of depth. That's probably why probably why story-wise, instead of going right to after Trevor would be Christopher Belmont from the Game Boy games, and then Simon, and Just, Simon's grandson. They're jumping right into Richter. Richter and Maria during the French Revolution, which is the time period appropriate, but I don't see the connection. If we're dying early on, I think we're doing pretty good as far as just surviving. I'm gonna switch to the shield here. For some reason Dracula's rib makes you cowardly. I guess one of the clues is. So it gives you a shield, which is good for bouncing back these fire things. you're wondering why I don't use the laurels here, good. Good. Wonder. It's good to be inquisitive. I think we're okay without it from here. So we're going right into it. Here's the ferryman. Show him your heart. Or Dracula's heart. Which is just highlight it and then talk to him while you have it equipped. There's a little tone to show you that you did it right. There's a little thing on the right I want to get here first. Trick for these, if you jump when they're going down, you're going to jump short. Jump when they're at their height if you need to jump far. So if they're going up, you'll get more height out of your jump. Here, I need to jump shorter, so I'll wait till it goes down. See? There's my tip. And just be patient. Don't rush. There's no need for rushing. They are giving big hearts. These big chunky hearts are worth six hearts. Ah, Medusa. Medusas here are almost worse than the original game because they just follow you and they hover around you. Yay, I got a diamond. You can't sell this diamond though. Experience. I do feel like we need to be cautious though. Matter of fact, let's try to level up right here and stay out of danger as best we can. It's inadvisable, but look at how low my health is. Really shouldn't be grinding outside, but I'm gonna die if I don't. And I'd really rather not die. I don't know how much of a penalty there is for dying, but if I can avoid it, that'd probably be the best option. Still got only one hit point. It's less dangerous during the day, but I still am wary. And they are giving me less hearts too. 0 F's given. They're just like, good luck. Those small hearts only give you 2. Those half-looking hearts only give you 4. I don't know how much experience I need, but I need a lot more than I'm getting. You don't get the experience just by killing the enemy. You have to collect those hearts. It's more than 103. I'm at level 2. You think it's 200 hearts? I guess we'll find out. The hearts, I tell you what. Taking forever. Maybe dying would have been the better option. Give me hearts. Oh no. $189. 93. 199. There we go. Holy crap, that took forever. Took up a whole day and night to do. Okay, we're not earning experience anymore, so we better get moving. Yeah, they changed so much in the Netflix series that I almost hesitate, or I do hesitate, to actually call it Castlevania, because the core concept of Castlevania is Belmont's fighting Dracula. Dracula resurrects every 1,000 years. Or 100 years, sorry. and that's about it. There are some side characters who appear of varying importance. I don't know how to not get hit by that. There's a lot of story in the Richter Maria timeline. Obviously, there's Shaft. If Richter isn't fighting Dracula though, I mean, who is he fighting? I mean, I'm trying. I don't want to give away the ending to the animated series, but it turns everything on its head. So I honestly don't know who Richter is going to fight. "32 hits. Jesus. See, I possess the golden knife. I don't possess it. But, point of interest, point of fact, you don't need the golden knife. So you don't need to fight death at all. And I possess Dracula's eyeball. Gotta possess it. Hey, come back here. There's a cartoon, I can't think of the guy's name. It's a YouTuber though. He does video game cartoons, and his sort of tagline is "in brief." And he's done Sonic, and he's done some others I can't think of right now. But he's also done 4 Castlevania ones. And when he did Simon's story, he had a little funny little skit about how as Simon you can completely avoid death in this game, as far as the character death. Oh man, I died anyway. All that was for naught. I wonder if that'll affect the ending. I might very well get the bad ending. Oh man. Or one of the bad endings, I should say. Come on. There we go. Place the laurels in a silk bag to bring them to life. That doesn't mean anything. If you get a silk bag, you can carry more laurels. That's about it. There's nothing fancy attached to that magical phrase. DLC. Yo, streaming on YouTube now? Also, this is Josh. Oh. How you doing, Josh? Mainly the stuff that I wanted to transfer over to YouTube, but I didn't. So I've already done Castlevania 1, I'm doing 2 now. I didn't want to put everything over here, but by the time I got the motivation to put them over here, they were gone from Twitch. So... that's what's up. So I'll stream certain things on Twitch that I won't do on YouTube, and vice versa, at least for the moment. I think I'm good on hearts, so shall we keep moving? Also, I'm not sure how long I'll be on here. It's kind of getting close to dinner time over here, so I might save and come back to it later. Yeah, no worries. Super early stream. I'm walking to the bus to go to work. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I wish there was some way, there was some archive where I could download all that stuff, and just, it would seem kind of lame to just plop them on YouTube, but then I would want them archived somewhere. They say nothing truly leaves the internet, so maybe it's out there somehow. Okay, so we're going back. Anyway, yeah, it's about dinner time for us here, and I'm gonna have to ask everybody what they want. So we will save here. And I've been streaming for an hour and a half. You know, I'm kind of nervous streaming on YouTube, but then again, I do it on Twitch all the time. I'm just nervous because YouTube is a different audience, and Twitch is relatively more chill. All good, have a tasty dinner. I will try. I don't know what I will have. It would be nice to have a steak, but I may have to get something cheap and quick. Like me. Like me on a date. Anyway. Yeah. So we'll pick this up again, YouTube. I think I have like 130 subscribers still here. Other than you and Eric, I don't know if any of them are still like alive, so to speak. But I did get a nice comment on one of my musical trailers, so that gives me encouragement, and hopefully I can encourage myself to finish all that stuff. Have a good day, Josh. Have a good day at work. Hope nothing bad happens. Hope all good things happen. YouTube peoples, thank you. I don't know much more to say about it. I have like a spiel that I do on Twitch that I probably won't do here. This is just for select games that I want to show off, and maybe grab from YouTube and edit into something later if I feel like it. You know, I'd at least would like to have this footage, you know. So it would be nice to have that option. Of course, I might have to crop it to get out the chat room, but I don't know. Thanks, man. I hope so too. Cool. That's my DLC is my friend Josh from Australia. He's awesome. He has his he has YouTube channels, actually. He has a gaming channel and he has a music channel. Do check them out. He released an album by his group HO3, or I should group, but it's a project called HO3. It's some pretty damn good chiptune music. I do suggest you check it out on Bandcamp. I have stuff on Bandcamp too, but nobody cares. So everybody take care. Be safe. If you're unsure about vaccines, ask your doctor. You know, that's all I can ask from you. That thing I will bring over from Twitch. Ask your doctor. Talk to your doctor. Take care, and let's get through this crap. All right. That's it. I'll let you go.